been thinking a lot about branding and my brand. Specifically, how one person or one company can kind of create this entire image thought process behind one specific idea, the idea of them. As someone who's a creative thinker and wants to produce content, it's important to have a voice, an image, something that makes you wholly you. Because sometimes the smallest things can change people's perception. Not to mention the fact that people and companies are constantly rebranding themselves. I mean, hell, our bodies are replacing every single cell that we have every 7 years. Think if you got to change yourself into an entirely new person every 7 years. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd thank Jesus for it. Let's be real. Earlier in history, branding yourself was pretty easy to do. Image media didn't really dominate the culture as much as it does today. Now, branding yourself becomes a fully interactive online experience. There's stuff that you write, there's stuff that you say, there's stuff that you post. It's a full package. Consider Taylor Swift. She is essentially, with this video and with this album, rebranding herself. Your brand is almost entirely up to you. You get to market yourself to the media how you want. But the more I think about it, the more I think, is it really true? We really can't do a lot about what people are going to say about us. As much as we want to brand ourselves, we can't really change that. Whenever I apply for a job, I almost always get this sinking feeling in my stomach when I hit send. And I think that's because I don't think I can ever really show these hiring managers who I really am. There's only one aspect of me in a cover letter, in a resume. There's only so much I can put out there. I really think hiring manager or somebody who wants to use my freelance work needs to know all these different things about me. I don't think I really think that, but I do know that it's hard to show who I am and what I'm about when I'm only asked to present these few different things about me. It's like you have to be on all the time. You have to always be promoting yourself, always be branding yourself. And this doesn't even have to pertain to presenting yourself to a hiring manager or someone who wants to use your work. This can be about just branding and promoting yourself to your friends and family, showing them what you're about. Think about how many times we've talked to somebody new and not had a word to say about what we liked. Even though when we're by ourselves or online or with our closest friends, we cannot stop talking about Supernatural. And what I think this is all culminating into is that your brand may be entirely up to you, but how people interpret your actions or your words is not something you can control. We all know this, right? They don't have cliche sayings like you can't judge a book by its cover without people judging books by their cover. Although we may hear it and understand it and work against it, there's probably still some times when you look at a cover of a book and you just go, nah. So as bleak as this sounds, we really have no control over what people think of us. But we do have control over what we say, do, and promote. Because there's definitely going to be parts of this video, or my blog posts, or my cover letters, people aren't gonna like. But I think the point is that I like them, and that they represent me, and that they show who I am, what I'm about, and what I want to do. And as far as branding goes, whether you're branding yourself, your company, an image, somebody else, in reality, we're branding ourselves all the time. Things that we talk about to our friends and family, things that we post online. People aren't necessarily gonna like you. They're not gonna like your brand. And after you say screw them, remember that you're not built to be liked by everyone. And hey, who knows, somebody might actually dig it. Speaking of brands and promoting yourself, you can find links to my other thoughts and feelings in this general area.